Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today. So before we get into what we're looking for today, if you just watch the S&P video, you'll see us talking about a range bar on the daily. Now, here's a great example of a range bar that hit the first target and sort of back in the middle of the range at the moment. So here's your range bar here in the beginning of last week. Now, if I use my Fibonacci tool, I'm just going to go in the opposite direction to what you would normally do. Sorry. Direction, and then I don't do the opposite direction, but anyway. So you can see that's the range bar, that's the high and the low of the range bar. We came back into the middle of the range bar, which is here. So if I just extend this across, you'll see what I'm talking about. And then we have the first target was hit 161.8 extension. So that's just to give you an example on ranges. When a range does break, there's always the 161.8 extension on the Fibonacci and then the range target. So the range target here is still in play, but we are in a uptrend. We've got all the oscillators grouped together and pointing up. So the probability of that playing out is not very good. So what I said in the S&P video, so it's a relatively good pattern when you see it, but you typically always want to be taking profit at the 161 because it's not always successful in hitting its range target. So 65, 70% depends on what time frame it is, but it does often play out. So range bars indicates confusion. You break that zone of confusion, typically there is a bit of a run onto one of the two targets. So first one would be the 161.8 extension, that's the Fibonacci extension, and the second one would be the range target down here. So obviously if it breaks this range to the upside, that is the next opportunity that will present itself. So yeah, just a good example on two different charts of the range bar actually playing out to the first target. Now, we are back in the middle of that range, but we're actually back in the middle of the bigger range as well. So we can actually just use the high of that there. And we want to be sort of that area there. So bottom of the range which we had the fake out on is 16620 and the top is 16987. You can round that off to 1700. So we're back in the range at the moment. We are bullish on the moving averages and we are bullish on the oscillators. So pretty decent setups are brewing. Could be a bit of a flag brewing as well for another move down. And remember, you do have a range bar target down here at 16,354. So that is a possibility. Now, drilling down to the time frames that we need to be paying attention to this morning. And if you look at the 3 hour, pretty much we did start the day off yesterday with tails to the upside, tails to the downside. You'll see it on the hour a little bit clearer. So my decision to stay out of this yesterday, as far as I'm concerned, is still the right one. This tail is not off structure as far as I'm concerned, but all over the place. So what I'd be looking for now is a pullback onto structure. So oscillators are grouping to the upside, indicating we're a little bit overbought. And we've got the strong zone of resistance here, or potential resistance at the moment. So what is it we want to do today? So drilling down, potential break here, potential head and shoulders. And this 16620, I can add a multitude of levels in here. I'm just going to put one in, which is the swing low here at 16659. That would be an ideal retest. I don't think that's going to happen, to be quite honest. This move was pretty strong in the end. And despite tail to the upside, tail to the downside, so complete confusion here. Let's call that a 2 hour range bar, but complete confusion in that sense during the European session, but then when the US started coming online, you could see that the market started moving, all driven by the NASDAQ and tech stocks. But nevertheless, what we're looking for is an area of structure, and this makes the most logical sense. You can see tails, bodies on it, fake outs above, below, above. So this level is my most logical level. That is 16,718. Probably look at 16,700 as well. And what we're looking for in that zone is price action. So inside bars, engulfing bars, or pin bars. And then we're looking for a move pretty much back to the top here, which is going to be 16,700. Now if I just pop back to the hour, it's not going to be a smooth ride because we have a fairly strong, I'm going to be a little bit conservative onto this pin bar here. We've got a fairly strong bit of resistance just ahead of us at 16,820. So what that means is you're looking to get in somewhere in this area here. So that is 16,730. You should be able to put a 50 point stop loss in, and you'd be looking at 89 points to the upside. So that's kind of the setup that I can see this morning. Fairly strong move up, bit of a retracement here on the 15 minutes. So we're looking for structure. I suspect once we hit 16,820, you're probably going to find us bounce back and find support either all the way down here at 16,718 or any one of these tails that you see to the upside. So I don't expect us to just blast through this level. It's quite strong. So we should test it 2 to 3 times, typically 3 times. It's always a second test at the level, and if you get through on the second test, it's a relatively strong move. Typically it bounces off and then it tries a third time, and it's always a case of third time lucky or third time unlucky. So don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for us. That's a play that I've got for today, looking for a buying opportunity at 16,718, and then I'm looking for the top of the range at 16,820. Here's a possibility of a break of that area, ultimately targeting 16 or 1,700. So that is kind of my setups for today. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.